Well, we recently got a new movie from Greg Weisman, the showrunner for Young Justice, called Catwoman Hunted. It's kind of unique because it's another one of those Young Justice adjacent projects. So let's take a couple minutes to talk about the movie and where it actually fits into the Young Justice timeline. There were some pretty clear clues in the film. Now, before we dive in though, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. Also, our big giveaway. We're going to give away this Oculus Quest 2 at 50,000 subscribers. All you need to do to get in on the giveaway is be a subscriber and leave us a comment. Also, while you're at it, make sure you check out that free week of Skillshare down below. It's a pretty cool way for you to develop all of your superhero skills for that never-ending war on crime, while not diving too deep into your pockets. Plus, it really does help the channel, so we really appreciate it. Well, like I was saying, the recently released Catwoman Hunted is a Young Justice adjacent project. If you haven't seen the movie, we'll talk about some spoilers in this video. It won't ruin it, but if you haven't seen it, I've linked it down below. I have to encourage you to go check it out. And I also did a review, which should be popping up right now. Now, if you don't know what I mean by Young Justice adjacent, this has happened a few times before, probably most notably in DC Showcase Green Arrow. Now, what adjacent means is it fits very well into the Young Justice timeline, and it's something that was in Greg's mind when they were developing it, but it's not an official part of the timeline. Kind of like headcanon, but the next step up. We actually talk about all of these pieces, direct and adjacent, in our full timeline breakdown video. I have to recommend you go check that out. That should also be popping up now, and it's definitely something to look at so you understand what adjacent is. Now, the movie itself is pretty good, and we follow Catwoman and Batwoman as they work with Interpol and run from a massive criminal organization headed up by Cheetah. Now, there's a lot of familiar faces in this, including Tobias Whale, Black Mask, and many other DC villains, but most notably is one assassin, Cheshire. Now, many of us are big Jade fans in Young Justice, and in this movie, it's actually revealed she was sent by the League of Shadows. Now, if you're familiar with the official Young Justice timeline, it becomes pretty evident when this should have taken place. As many of you know, at the end of Season 1, she actually left the League to run off with Roy, and in this movie, she is a member of the League. This means, best case scenario, this happened before Season 2 or before Young Justice Legacy and not after, meaning sometime during the Season 1 timeline. Also, interestingly enough, King Faraday is part of this film, and he was also part of the Young Justice episode that saw Dick Grayson reunite with the Circus early in Season 1, so there are a couple of pieces that line up with the timeline. Now, the version of Jade in this movie is a little different, but basically it's the same one, but more interestingly, it is voiced by Kelly Hu, who voices Jade in the primary Young Justice timeline, tying it close together in a very, very nice way. Now, like I was saying, I kind of like this movie, and it was a pretty good time, even though I'm not an anime fan. If you're a Young Justice fan, I have to recommend you at least check it out, and try to encourage DC Animation to try some new stuff. This definitely fell into that category. So, what do you guys think? Do you enjoy some of these Young Justice adjacent projects? And do you like how Greg Weisman kind of writes them to fit in, but not make them required viewing? Sound off in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you press the like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you're not going to get any updates. Peace.